At Burrow Hill we grow around about 150 acres of a cider orchard, which means we grow more than 40 varieties in quantity, and we need 40 varieties for blending to making the sort of ciders that we want. In all, I suppose we put our hands on about 100 varieties of traditional cider apple. We blend the apples in the autumn, then we press them and produce cider. Some of the cider comes into the distillery, where it's further turned into spirit. And so out of these stills comes a 70% spirit. And that's really what we're known for here as distillers of traditional apples. We produce Somerset cider brandy. So the spirit comes out of the stills and then goes off into wooden barrels. Some of it would stay for 3 years, some of it stays for 5 years, and the oldest we bottle at the moment is bottled at 15 years, and that's called Somerset Alchemy. So it's very much a slow process. It requires apples coming from known orchards, grown in a traditional way without the benefit of fertilizer or artificial nitrogen. It requires that, and then it requires time. There's no way you can speed a maturing process. It is different wood, different barrels over time, and that ultimately produces a spirit. We're not making Calvados here. We are making something which is closer possibly to an Armagnac, but we're making what we call a Somerset. And taste-wise, it is somewhere between a Calvados and Armagnac, but it fits into the same category as a specialist spirit, malt whiskey, and hopefully in a bottle of Somerset cider brandy, you have all the sort of magical stories of orchards, apples, of Somerset traditions. And Somerset is famous, I suppose, throughout the world for its apple orchards and its cheddar cheese. Slow food, I think, understands the philosophy of artisan production, and ultimately it is the philosophy. If I go to France, we discuss different things, and I think we had one question, and the answer came back from a dirty farmyard in France. It really didn't matter which way the fellow did it. He said the answer was it was a matter of philosophy. This is a totally foreign concept to UK farming. UK farming tends to be Anglo-Saxon, which is practical. There was a question, there's a logical answer. Philosophy in a farmyard in the past would have no place. But I think the Slow Food Movement is an organisation which understands the philosophy of artisan production, and that is where we need to be. And I think the Slow Food recognises that, and this is the only organisation that recognises that aspect of production.
Very soon Slow Food will be